We're going to continue on with our Coors Light Pull Award post-qualifying media availability here, and we're joined by Martin Truex Jr., driver, the number 78 Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boats Toyota for Furniture Row Racing. This is his third pole of 2017, your second here at Kansas Speedway. The winds out there today were wild, so how did that affect your lap as you're going around?
Yeah, I mean, you know, anytime you come to Kansas, you expect high winds. It's kind of par for the course, but I think the fact that it was pretty consistent all day long, even though it was fairly strong, it was you know, pretty easy to deal with. So just really proud of all the guys, you know, on our Bass Pro Camry. They did a really nice job this week, and guys worked really hard to get this car ready throughout the week back in Denver. We had a few changes to put on this car late, and they did a great job with that. So had a good day throughout practice. Felt like we needed to make some adjustments going into qualifying, and you know, just made all the right changes, and then again throughout the 3 rounds, it just made the right changes for each round. So proud of everybody, and they did a great job. And it's nice to be able to step up, and you know, when there's kind of something big on the line, to step up and make it happen. So it was fun, and looking forward to starting up front here this week, and then also that first pit stall next week at Martinsville is huge. So we were definitely gunning for this pole to try to get that for next week.
Outstanding. We're going to open the floor for questions. We'll start with Reed, and then we'll go to Lee.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. How hard did you have to push it on that final lap? When you got out of the car, it didn't seem like it was that comfortable.
I was shaking a little, I'm not going to lie. My heart was beating. You know, it gets the adrenaline going so high. To put down a lap like that, just to go the fastest you have all day long in that final round, on, you know, third run on tires, we put it all together. We got the balance better, and I stepped up and you know, put it on the line out there, and it stuck. So commitment level was high, and car handled it well, and that was it's always a good combination.
Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. You kept going back and forth with Harvick as far as, you know, one of you would be the fastest than the other, and it's like how closely were you watching his line after he ran in other people's lines to try to figure out how to get your best line around the track?
You know, I actually ended up running the line in the third round that I ran in the first round. It was kind of the line I committed to before qualifying started. It worked well in the first round. Round 2, I felt like we tried something a little different in 1 and 2, and it wasn't quite as good for my car. So we made some adjustments and went back to the line that I ran in the first round, and it worked out well.
We'll go over here to Holly Kane, and then we'll go to Todd.
Hi, Martin.
Hi.
Holly Kane, NASCAR.com. Anybody thinking you were going to let up a little? You know, could you just talk about what you're doing? I mean, there's no let up here. I mean, you were going every opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really that easy. You can't just turn it off, turn it on. I mean, I think, you know, we said coming into the playoffs that we have to try to just be who we are, play to our strengths, do things the way we know how to do them. I feel like if you try to lay back or if you try to step it up at certain points of the time, you open yourself up for mistakes. You have to just push, you know, right on that edge that you're used to, that you're comfortable with. That goes for the team as well as me behind the wheel. So I think for us, you know, we just go out here and do what we know how to do. Kansas has been an awesome track for us over the years in general, but really the past couple of years we've been really strong here. I feel like we understand this track really well and the tendencies of it throughout the weekend, and that plays into our hands. So really, honestly, just excited to see the speed in the car for qualifying. That usually means we're going to have a pretty solid weekend here. Typically, I feel like we always race better here than we qualify, even though we do have a pole last year at this racetrack. So definitely optimistic about the rest of the weekend and looking forward to getting to work tomorrow.
Hi, Martin. Justin Malillo from the Racing Experts. You've gotten 2 poles already this season, as it was mentioned before. So having been in this situation already this season, how confident were you after stage 2 about getting the pole tonight?
You know, honestly, I felt pretty confident after practice that we were really close on our last run. Felt like I could do a little bit better. I felt like we could make a few adjustments, which we did, and they definitely were in the right direction. So I was optimistic, but you never know till you go on a racetrack and feel it out. You know, they had 2 Xfinity practices. ARCA cars were on the track some. So the track was a lot different, you know, obviously when qualifying started, and you go out there optimistic, you put down a lap, and then you go from there, and that's what we did. So made good changes throughout the 3 rounds, like I said earlier, and was just able to put it all together at the right time.
We'll go to Todd, then to Jerry, then back to Reed.
Hey, Martin. You've run very well here the last several years, but you'd always had some bad luck, in some races. Do you feel like the monkey's off your back now that you've checked off that win coming to Kansas?
I'll let you know Sunday night. It's just racing. You never know. I mean, certainly we've had some strong runs here over the years. I think we probably should have more than one win without a doubt, but that's racing. That's how these things go sometimes. They don't play out the way you hope they would, and you can be the fastest car all night long. It doesn't guarantee anything, which we've seen before. So we're just, we'll play it by ear. We'll go race hard, and I know we'll have what it takes to win, and hopefully we can get it done again this time around.
What would your lap time be in the pedal car?
Very slow. Yeah, I don't even know if I could pedal it because the pedals are so close. I can't get my legs in there to get to them.
We'll go next to Jerry, and then we'll go to Reed, and then up to Bob.
Jerry Jordan, KickingTheTires.net and Performance Racing Network. As a whole, looking at the season, it's obviously almost a dream come true. I mean, that won't happen officially until Homestead if you make it. But have you looked back at this point on what it's been so far and thought about how cool it's been to have the success that you've had?
Absolutely. I think that along the way, we have opportunities to, hang out with the guys, talk about what we've done together and how much fun we're having and how awesome things are going. But at the same time, I think we also keep that focus, and we understand that at any moment things could change, and you got to keep working hard. You got to keep looking for more. I think we've just learned to be better at that as we've been together the last couple of years. So, I mean, we're still focused on what we're doing, but I think all of us really understand and appreciate the position we're in. We've been on the other side before. 2014, we were all pretty bad together. So we definitely appreciate what we're doing. We understand that it's very difficult. It's been an incredible season, but again, at the same time, we know where we want to go, and we're going to keep working until we get there.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. How much of a motivating factor was the pit selection at Martinsville as you approached the section today?
It was definitely on our minds. We talked about it. It was like, it'd be pretty nice to go to Martinsville and have the number one pit stall. So it was definitely on our minds. I don't know if it really played into, how we got the job done or not, but definitely good timing more than anything, just because that's going to be huge for us. So, going into the round of 8 next week, Martinsville's a huge race. We've never won there. It's not been one of our best tracks, so we'll take any advantage we can get, and it definitely feels good to have that starting out for their next weekend.
Bob?
Bob Parker, CSPN. Well, what is it about that first pit stall that makes it so important? I mean, do you feel like you gain a spot every time? Does it allow you maybe to not have the fastest stop and still lead? Like, what's the difference?
Well, I think that the crew chief being able to see all the other cars coming, to try to get you on the bottom lane after for restarts is pretty huge. We've seen that come into play there. That's the best spot to make that happen. But aside from that, just getting a clean entry into your pit stall and then a clean exit. We've seen crashes happen there, trying to get out of your box, guys 2-3 wide, can't fit. It's a very tight pit road. So just having that clean out, I think, is a huge deal. Getting to your pit stall and then having that clean out's a big deal. So we'll see if it works out. Hopefully it'll be an advantage. It typically seems like it's just a faster amount of time on pit road when the guys have first box. So
Martin, congratulations on winning
Thank
the
you.
Coors Light Polo Award. Good luck.
thanks, guys.